What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Josh. This is Native Nomads, and today we are going to be discussing the 60-watt solar panel that you can attach directly to the hood of your Subaru Outback or your Subaru Outback Wilderness. So before we get started today, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video and every video you will see here on the channel. That is Adventure Rig Shop. AdventureRigShop.com is where you can find this solar panel for your Subaru Outback or Subaru Outback Wilderness, along with a host of other products. Use the code NOMAD at checkout to save yourself 5% when you purchase that next piece of overland gear for your rig. So full disclosure, I did not pay for this solar panel. They sent this solar panel to me at no cost for me to make this video on, as well as do a review. Also, disclaimer, I have not put this on my Outback yet. I will be putting it on the Outback Wilderness in the next day or so. But what I wanted to do today is just talk about the product itself, simply because I have always wanted to have an additional solar panel or a solar panel on my vehicle somewhere. Whether it's attached to the tent, attached to the hood, I didn't really care. Searching around, I finally found one. I convinced Adventure Rig Shop to carry these, and I promised that I would do a video to tell other people about it, because I think it's probably one of the coolest new features that I'm going to have on my Outback Wilderness. Now, the solar panel itself, it is only a 60-watt solar panel. So if you're familiar with solar panels themselves, you know that 60 watts is not a ton. And then you have to calculate some sort of efficiency loss in there. I generally use the number 10%, but we're just going to go and say 10 watts is what you're going to lose off of this. It is a 60-watt solar panel, so you will probably receive roughly 50 watts into either your main starter battery, or if you're going to do it like I'm going to do it, you will receive around 50 watts into your portable power station. So before I get harassed, 50 watts is not that much. But 50 watts in direct sun for many hours on end will help you conserve your energy. This is not going to be the solution to charge your power station from 0 to 100 within a day, because I don't believe 50 watts will get you there. At least it'll get me there close, because I use the Bluetti EB3A. I always keep that in my car, and it's really just for charging ancillary devices. I run my refrigerator off of my starter battery. My refrigerator has a low voltage sensor in it, so if it detects low voltage from the starter battery, it will cut my refrigerator off. So worst case scenario, my refrigerator turns off until I turn the car on, and as long as it's closed and it's not 120 degrees in the desert, it's going to maintain the temperature inside that refrigerator relatively well. But I don't need to have a solar panel charging my main battery. You may need a solar panel charging your main battery because you may charge all of your devices or run a bunch of different things off of your starter battery. I do not. All of my exterior lights and things like that, they are ran off of my starter battery, but I don't need to have the solar panel tied directly into my starter battery. If you do decide to run yours directly off the starter battery, you need to purchase, in addition to the solar panel, you need to purchase the MPPT controller. It does not come with it because not everybody needs this, so it is an additional cost. But this MPPT controller is what controls the sunlight into the solar panel, converting that into DC power and allowing that to be transmitted to your lead acid or AGM battery safely. If you do not have this, you will have a bunch of variable voltage. You will have a bunch of things going on if you try to plug any type of solar panel directly to a battery with no MPPT controller. So this does not come with it, but it is an additional cost, and you can pick that up when you purchase the solar panel if you plan to use this for your main lead acid or starter battery. For me, I'm going to try to grab this back here. Like I said, I use the Bluetti EB3A, and the Bluetti EB3A comes with an MPPT controller built in, like most portable power stations do. So you will not need the one from Adventure Rig Shop. if you have a power station with a MPPT built into it. Mine is right here. This little hole is where you plug in your solar panel. I do have to do a little bit of work to make that happen, and the reason for that is the solar panel comes with MC4 connectors. So these MC4 connectors will not plug directly into the portable power station. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to splice these off, expose the wires, tie it into the proper input, or the proper, I don't really know what I want to call that, and that will allow me to plug directly my solar panel directly into my portable power station. Obviously, I'm going to have to run some wires, so I'm probably going to use, let's see what this says. It doesn't say. It says it somewhere. Oh, hold on. No, but I'll find it. This is probably 12 gauge, maybe 10 gauge. So I will just run an additional length depending upon the length that I need. That way I can plug this into my power station. My power station lives all the way in the back of the car, so I will have to pull up some trim in order to get it back there. But then I can just plug it directly into there, and it's always charging when I have sun. So a few things, though, to discuss, because this is not as straightforward as I hoped it would be. I just opened this up, I took a look around, and I started looking through the instructions. Because when you get old, when you get older, you start reading instructions, which is so boring, but it has a lot of good information. So this panel fits really well on top of the hood of the Outback Wilderness. I'm assuming it does the same for the Subaru Outback, but if you want to remove that black sticker off of, or you know, it is a sticker, but it is that sun reflectant black piece on your hood, you can take that off and then you can apply the solar panel. I'm going to put this directly over the solar panel at first to see what type of efficiency I get out of the solar panel and make sure that this is something I want to do as a permanent application. One thing that kind of sucks, I'm sorry I keep looking back here. Let me move some stuff around. You're going to need to pick up some of this. This is, I don't know why, this is not adhesive backed. That's my beef with this thing. It doesn't have a peel off adhesive on the back of it. They say to get 3M or Scotch, whatever you want to use. This is double-sided sticky tape. It's sticky on both sides, and this is what I will be using to apply this to the sticker on top of the hood. Like I said, it does not come with a complete adhesive backing, which is super frustrating. So if you see, I was expecting, this is probably black and you can't see anything, a little peel right here. A way I could just peel it off, stick it on. That is not the case. So you are going to need to get some double-sided tape. Now, it gives you a whole diagram of how to do it. I am going to go around the edges, and then I'm going to put strips down the center. I'm going to stick that to the hood. I am then going to apply something heavy, not like a dumbbell or a kettlebell, but more so like they have a picture of a bag of mulch, something heavy that will lay over the entire panel and just let it sit probably overnight to really let that adhesive cure, because obviously you're going down the highway at 80 miles an hour. Wind's going to get up under there, water's going to get up under there, and eventually that tape will fail. They recommend that you could add Sikaflex to the corners of your solar panel around the edges, mask it off with masking tape, add Sikaflex. I would only do that if you're happy after your test and this is going to become a permanent application, because once you put that Sikaflex on there, it's not that you can't get it off, it's just going to be a pain to clean. You need to make sure that you prepare both surfaces, both the solar panel surface as well as the surface to your Subaru Outback or Outback Wilderness. When I say prepare, I mean just wipe them off, clean them with a soap, wipe them with an alcohol swab, or just spray. I have a spray bottle full of alcohol that I just spray on things before I stick it together. I would recommend doing that, cleaning up those surfaces really well before you attempt to adhere them together. Otherwise, if there's any oil, grease, grime, it's not going to stick forever. It's not going to stick well, and then you're going to be driving down the highway and your solar panel is going to fly off, and that would be a problem. I don't have any real life experience with this yet. I have not used it. That's why you have seen my face this whole time. So I'm going to put this on the vehicle over the next day or so, and I am going to test it, and I'm going to see how it works. And in about 2 or 3 months, I'll do an updated video to tell you how it's going with the solar panel. They make these for multiple vehicles. Adventure Rig Shop carries them for the Lexus GX 460, Subaru Outback and Outback Wilderness, as well as the Mercedes Sprinter van. I have not put them on any other vehicle yet. I am going to test it on the Outback Wilderness and see how that goes, and then I will update you guys. But I think anybody looking for an additional power source, anybody looking for a little bit of extra pump, you may need it from time to time. If you need it to your starter battery, that's an option. Grab the MPPT controller. If you do not grab the MPPT controller and just save yourself some money and run it directly to your power station. That's what I'll do. I'll show you how to do that in a later video. But I just wanted to kind of go over this panel, let you know what I think about it, how I'm going to use it, and hopefully it works for you. I think it's sick that you can have, even if it is only 60 watts, which is going to convert roughly to 50 watts. I think it's sick that this is even an option, because it wasn't an option before. Now it is. Pretty simple, right? All right, so if you guys liked the video, it was helpful, like it, subscribe to the channel, come along for more adventures. We appreciate you taking the time to watch this video today, and we'll see you on the next one.